Okay, so what to go with? Yeah, we don't have any crossbow rounds, do we? So I might as well take the grenade launcher just in case. I don't actually think we fight anything big anytime soon, so probably don't need it. But yeah. What does that say? Oh, I was going to say it says head rose, but it's head room, isn't it? I presume that's maybe a direct translation for Chief's office. Head room, stars, library, second floor. That's cool. Interesting. I was going to say, like, what have we got? What can we unlock now? But we've just got the medallion, haven't we? So we can't do anything just yet. We have to use that first and then get the key. And then we can start unlocking some stuff. So I think... Ugh. Actually, I'm going to see if we can move the... Did that hurt? Because my controller rumbled there. Let's see if we can move the start key. No. The pause key, I should say, really. Because, like, I keep hitting, like, triangle, or was Y on my controller, but you know what triangle would be on the PS1, and pausing it by accident, which is really annoying. Ugh. God, that's so cool. So do you have to make a correction? Oh god. I always start things just at the worst possible time. Do what we can to slowly walk by him, and then run for it once it... Oh god. Yep, like that. Go away, please. Okay. So this is a safe room, so I need to make a slight correction to something I said in the... Well, a correction. Probably a big correction to something I said in I think the first video regarding the movies, the FMVs. So essentially, I said the FMVs come from a different source for the HD project, which was kind of right but also wrong at the same time. Essentially, the high quality FMVs come from this version of the game, the PC port, the Source Next version. From what I've learned since making the first video. And I think the confusion came from originally I played the HD version on the GameCube, so the HD pack, the GameCube version of the game. And in that version, the GameCube videos are lower res, so you can actually download a pack to replace them with the high res versions from this port. So what the way it works is you download the HD pack, which is all the textures, and you can play the game just like that. But then you can also download an FMV video pack to have high quality FMV videos as well. So I think, and I read while I was doing that that they came from the high quality videos came from a different version of the game. And I didn't realise it meant this specific port, because I thought it was I thought they came from a different presentation of the game. Does that door look broken in this version? Yeah, okay. What have I got then? I've got the spade key. It's spade, isn't it? Which button was the map? Okay, that one. So I think that door on the staircase, next to the staircase or the stairs up, that was locked from the inside, if I remember correctly. Okay, so we can open the library, we can open the records room. But yeah, essentially, I checked into it and the videos do come from this port of the game, the Source Next version. But it was just because of how I originally played the HD version. Because like I say, it was originally a mod for the GameCube version. And then because of the Classic Rebirth patch, they were able to use it. They were able to implement the HD patch or HD mod into the Source Next version, Source Next port. So we'll keep the grenade launcher just in case we do have some big targets to shoot. And we'll carefully try to open up the record room. You'd think something like that would seem super suspicious to the police. Because, like, who runs around with C4 and an infrared scope? And, well, I was going to say ammunition, but then it is America. So having guns isn't unusual, but I guess maybe having a scope isn't unusual either. In that situation. But having a scope in maybe 90s America would have been a bit unusual, I think. Does that say police backwards on that box? It does, doesn't it? Yeah, going back to the Source Next videos thing, I don't think it would be a Panzer playthrough if I didn't have to correct something I've said. I say good things once in a while, but I also spew a lot of random things I seem to misremember. The hands are still active now. Have they gone? Yeah, okay. I remember that being terrifying as a kid. It's like you just don't expect it. They just come from nowhere. That one's a heart one, isn't it? Or diamond, okay. It's purple, isn't it? Okay. I can probably drop off the crank. I don't think that's used until a lot later, actually. think I commented on it briefly already, but goddamn, this game looks so good with the HD patch. HD mod, I should say. I mean, it doesn't look perfect. There's still like areas where it's low res, or like not like res, but doesn't look as good as it could if it was like redone from scratch. But that's just not going to happen, I don't think, you know? You can't expect something like that with a game this old. I have to wonder as well, like, would people be able to emulate this design style as well? Like, get it nearly exactly the same? Not that I'm saying it's impossible, I'm just saying, like, it's a very particular skill set. Don't know how many people would have that skill set now. Yes, please. Because at least the sense I get from playing it, or like looking at the visuals, is well,
Leon!
Claire, you made it.
Yeah. Have you seen a little girl around here?
Yeah, you just missed her. Who is she?
I don't know. But it's too dangerous for her to stay here alone. Leon, I'll go look for her. You go and find us a way out of here.
Of course. But before I forget, here's a radio. That way we can keep in touch if something comes up.
but yeah, I was just saying, like, I'm not sure how many people could emulate the art style of this game. Because I think essentially the way the visuals work is the environments were designed and created as 3D environments, and then they basically took a photo of it or screenshot, and then they use that as a background image that the 3D is then or the 3D models then act above, sort of thing, and it's just designed in such a way that it appears as if you're running around the environment.
I'll go look for her. You go and find us a way out of here.
It is interesting though when you think about it, because like now I don't think this style of game design is a thing. Well, not really in the same way. Like artists aren't trained, or game designers aren't trained to make art in this same way. I don't think. I could be chatting crap there. But then at one point, like in the 90s, when this game came out, this was how games were made, you know? Oh wait, can I use the crank now? Oh, but then there's nothing to do now, is there? Because I need the gear first. Yeah, I mean, I could be wrong, I guess. Because, I mean, people still, like, digital art and 3D art is obviously still a thing, isn't it? But it just seems as though like, this design style isn't really think in the same way. But then it's like how sprites were like all the rage back in the 90s, and I love how our position is totally different. Like how sprite art dominated in the 90s. It is still a thing now, obviously. It's an art style, but it's no longer the main way. Uh, no longer the main way games present themselves. So I know lickers appear in this room, but I can't remember if they appear as soon as you kill all the zombies or it's triggered by a progress point in the game. I'm leaning towards the second, but I'm not sure. I do love the notes in this game. I'm curious though, do we think the secretary is a man or a woman? Because I gotta be honest, I could go either way. Like, I think we're supposed to presume it's a woman, but there's nothing that really screams woman in that text, is there? Okay. Yeah, so really we need to go back and get the other reg jewel. But which way is the safest to go? So I know the zombies in here do get replaced with lickers. Like, you can leave like 1 or 2 alive and they still get replaced. Like, it spawns in the same number of lickers as if you killed them all. Pretty sure. Oh shit, there's a zombie in this corridor, isn't there? Oh, not this one. This one. Okay. We'll just go past the liquor instead then. You know, I think this is what I remember most about the original games, like, as from my experience as a kid. It was, I mean, obviously there's the big events you remember the story, etc. But like, my sense of the gameplay experience was always having to think about what you've got, like how many inventory items you got, how much ammo, how much health, and then having to like basically do math, for lack of a better word, about calculation, for lack of a better expression, for which is the best course of action. Like, as I say, do I go through that room? Do I shoot the zombie, use ammo and shoot the zombie? Because that's the best use of my resources, or do I take the long way around, and risk coming into contact with the liquor, because that's the better course of action? Oh god. He's way closer than I'd like. I was going to take out the ink ribbons and save there, but we can just go up here and save in the office, can't we? think the only other place we use the lighter, I could be wrong, is the sewers. And we light the torches in the underground facility. Like the supply room. Could be wrong.